Hey, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Banned again. Another account banned. TikTok doesn't seem to like me very much for some reason. So I'm going to redo one of my most popular videos that I do when I add my old accounts, and that's the corruption of the Quran and the uncorrupted Bible. The Quran confirms the Bible's uncorrupted. This argument is non-proof. No one can dispute this argument, okay, in this format. So, in the Quran, there are many surahs and ayahs that confirm the previous scriptures. The previous scriptures are the Injil, the Zabur, which is the Psalms given to Dawood, and the Torah given to Musa. Just a few of them are Al-Baqarah, ayah 40, 41, 43, 2, 3, 4, Al-Baqarah 89, Al-Baqarah 91, Al-Baqarah 92, Al-Baqarah 97, Al-Baqarah 101, Al-Baqarah 136, Al-Baqarah 285. Surah 4, ayah 47, Surah 61, ayah 14, Surah 10, ayah 94, Surah 16, ayah 43, Surah 21, ayah 7, Surah 3, ayah 3, Surah 3, ayah 5, Surah 3, ayah 48, Surah 3, ayah 65, Surah 5, ayah 46, ayah 47, Surah 5, ayah 66, Surah 5, ayah 68, Surah 5, ayah 110. Now, there are many, many more. And obviously, you don't, you don't want to be using that many because there are hadiths as well that you need to consult. So what we need to do is cut this list down to begin with. So all you need is just a few verses that confirm the previous scripture. The Quran was sent to confirm the previous scripture, and the ones I pick out is Al-Baqarah, ayah 41, Surah 2, ayah 41, and that does literally say the Quran was sent to confirm the previous scriptures, plural. So all of the previous scriptures. Al-Baqarah 89 and 97, again, the Quran was sent to confirm the scriptures that they have with them, the scriptures they have in their hands. Now this points out that it's talking about the scriptures they have with them in their hands at the time of the Quran, 610 to 630 roughly. Okay? So, and that's Al-Baqarah. So we go Al-Baqarah 41, Al-Baqarah 89 and Al-Baqarah 97. Then on top of that, the only other one you really need is Al-Ma'idah 68, Surah 5, Ayah 68. This is the one that says the Jews must stand upon their books and follow and obey their books, and the Christians must stand upon their book and follow and obey their book. And if we don't, we stand upon nothing. So the Quran is literally telling us to follow our books, not the Quran. The Christians to follow the Bible, the Jews to follow the Torah. That's exactly what it's telling in Al-Ma'idah 68. Again, in the year 600. Most important. Why is it most important? Because the two oldest surviving Bibles we have today, which are exactly the same as the Bibles we use today, is the Codex Sinaiticus in the British Museum and the Codex Sinaiticus in the Vatican City. These are complete New Testament Bibles. They're nearly complete Old Testament Bibles, but they are complete New Testament Bibles. So they predate these verses by 300 years. So clearly when it's talking about the scriptures they have in their hands in Al-Baqarah 89 and Al-Baqarah 97, it's clearly talking about the same Bible we have today. So, then we go to the hadiths, and there's just two of them. There are three, but you only need two because Abu Dawood 4701 says the same as Sahih Bukhari 6614. And so I always use Sahih Bukhari instead, 6614. Now this is where Adam and Moses were having an argument about why Adam got everyone kicked out of the Garden of Eden. I mean, Adam's saying to Moses, Moses, don't you realise Allah makes everybody to do everything they do 40 years before they're born. So every single Muslim out there, everything you do, you're not doing it. Allah is making you do it. And he made you do it 40 years before you were born. That's in Sahih Bukhari 6614 and Abu Dawood 4701. So that's the first part. But the most important part in those hadiths is Allah actually states he wrote the Torah. He wrote it. and then he gave it to Musa. The Torah we have on this world today was physically written by Allah, according to the Quran, according to the Hadiths, according to Allah. He physically sat down at his desk one day with his glass of water and his big pen, and he physically wrote the Torah, and then he gave that to Musa. That book is Allah's. No disputing that. Over and above the Quran, over and above the Injil, over and above the Zabur, because we have no idea who wrote them. No one tells us. I mean, obviously, if you go to the Bible, I can tell you who wrote them, but I mean, that's by and by, because I'm using just the Islamic literature and the Islamic sources for this point, which is what you need to carry on doing. So the Islamic sources for this states that Allah wrote the Torah, but he gave the Zabur to Dawood. No, we don't know who actually wrote it. He gave the Injil to Isa. We don't know who actually wrote it. And he gave the Quran to Muhammad. We know that was revelation. And again, we don't know who wrote that. No one has a clue who wrote it, because there's no names on it. So, but the Torah we do know. Allah wrote it himself. Now, this is the most important part of the argument. All those things are relevant. Al-Baqarah 41, confirming the scriptures. Al-Baqarah 89 and 97, confirming the scripture they have with them in the year 600. The two oldest Bibles predating that by 300 years in the year 300. And Al-Ma'idah 68. We have to follow our books. Allah tells us to follow our own books. The Muslims follow the Quran, the Christians follow the Bible, the Jews follow the Torah. And then Sahih Bukhari 6614. And Abu Dawood 4701, but you don't need it because it says the same thing. Allah wrote the Torah himself. The last one is Abu Dawood 4449, where Muhammad gets the Torah, places it on the judgment seat, and says, I believe in you, and I believe in the one who sent you. So there we have confirmation of not just the Torah, but the Injil and the Zabur as well, from Allah and Muhammad, over and over and over. It's good, there's nothing wrong with it. Now this is the most important part of the argument. In Surah 6 ayah 115, Surah 18 ayah 27, Surah 10 ayah 64, and Surah 6 ayah 34, it says no one can change Allah's words. And that's literally all it says. It doesn't say no one can change Allah's words in the Quran. It doesn't say no one can change Allah's words in Harry Potter. It doesn't say no one can change Allah's words in Penguin books. It literally just says no one can change Allah's words. And that means all of his books. No one can change them in the Injil. No one can change them in the Zabur, the Psalms. And no one can change them in the Torah, definitely, because he wrote it. 6614 Sahih Bukhari. So definitely no one can change the Torah. And no one can change the Quran. You have to agree with that as well. Fine. No one can change that either. And the problem we have now is we now have a Bible that has been confirmed by the Quran. It's been authenticated by the Quran. It's been confirmed by Muhammad. And it's been told no one can alter or change that. But nothing confirms the Quran. The Bible doesn't confirm it. It's supposed to. It says it does, but it doesn't. Nowhere does the Bible confirm the Quran. Nowhere does the Bible confirm Muhammad. The Quran says it does, but it doesn't. So now we have a huge problem, because also they give two completely different messages. So one of them has got to be wrong. And the only one that can be wrong is the Quran. Because as soon as you say it must be the Bible that's wrong, then you're going against everything that it says in the Quran about the Bible. The Quran says no, the Bible's not wrong, and it cannot be wrong. So you see the problem, Muslims. As soon as you say the Bible's wrong, you're saying your Quran is wrong and your Mr. Allah is wrong. You can't do it. Whereas we as Christians can turn around and say your Quran's wrong, because that doesn't invalidate our Bible in any way whatsoever. As soon as you say our Bible's wrong, you invalidate your own Quran. We don't. As soon as we say our Bible's correct and your Quran's wrong, we don't invalidate our own Bible. So there you go. The Quran's corrupted using these surahs and ayahs and evidence. God bless. Peace of Christ.